Greetings, and welcome to Be a Cat, a guided meditation series meant for those who wish to shed their current appearance, then take on the form of a marvelous feline. This particular meditation story is for the cat. A relaxing adventure awaits. I am Wistful Paws, your guide, and I'll be helping you along this journey. Regardless if you're new to meditation or not, let's take the time to congratulate yourself on a day of calming the mind. Day-to-day life can be stressful, and while sleep is a wonderful break, meditation can be a controlled relaxation technique to further reduce stress. Are you here because you want a story to sleep to listen to, or have a meditation of magic? Either way, you are welcome here. You are appreciated. You are ready. Let's start your adventure, shall we? But first, let's start the transformation with the breathing technique. Make yourself comfortable. There is no need to be completely still and unmoving. Inhale deeply for 5 seconds. Hold for 3. Breathe in. Hold for 3. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Good. You're doing wonderfully. Feel free to breathe freely. Now let's move on to your limbs. Are you feeling any tension? Let's give the neck a gentle stretch. Then if you'd like, roll your shoulders, flex your wrists, bend your legs, and wiggle your feet. You can stop stretching now. Let everything fall back into a comfortable position. It is time. Close your eyes. With this natural veil, you're shielding yourself from Earth's worries and awakening somewhere else as another you. And even with your eyes closed, there is a shift in the air, a missing blink. A breeze prompts your new form to whisk into existence in another place. The chipper sounds of a wooden forest tickles your ears. You are between the barriers of somewhere else and here, and if you take the moment to relax yourself further in the darkness, a form reveals itself to the mind. It's a cat, and it's you. Is that truly surprising? This form of yours, no matter what anyone says, the shape, the size, the color, the fur or lack of, and even the tail. Take a breath and tell yourself to mentally step forward, to become what you want to be. All you have to do is wish. And you're there. The sunlight is soothing. It's a warm wave of heat on your back. The leafage scattered on the ground is cool to your paw pads. The trees are huge, far taller than you, long giants of wood who stand guard. The tweets and chitters of nearby birds can be the signal of morning or afternoon, but it didn't matter because you made it. You're finally here. And that meant it was time to explore. Place a paw forward and begin your first steps. It's okay if you trip. It's your first time here. Instead of focusing on uncertainty, delight yourself in the motion of squishing around leaves. Let it be from your tail or paw pads. If you were to crouch and lean closer to the ground, the smell of dew and past rain will tickle your nose. The scent is incredibly salty, another tell of your feline form with sharpened senses. And with senses come all the other benefits, such as instinct. Should you try to climb the trees? Check your paws. See if there's any claws. No matter if these claws are long, short, or non-existent, they're your paws, and therefore they're perfect. There is nothing wrong with you, but rather, every detail is a sign of your unique strengths, treasures, and challenges. Turn to the nearest tree, the one with the darker wood than the rest. Leaves a vibrant green. The bark is rough in texture, but a strong determination to succeed can propel you to the end. Have you ever climbed anything larger than yourself in the past? It matters not if you haven't. There's nothing unlike the present to start now. Approach the tree and grab on. Find your best footing and begin to scale your way to the top. The rustle of branches and leaves feels like an invitation, like a cheer. Every inch is a victory. The tree is warm under your paws. It feels alive, as all trees are. But how often does one wonder about the life around them? There is no need to climb to a high-up branch. It's the experience that counts. So when you reach the favored destination, leap and land on the horizontal wood. There wasn't even a single creak from your landing. What a strong tree. Make yourself comfortable. Let a paw hang from the branch, or even a tail if you wish. Take the time to bask in the wind as it blows by, tickling your ears. The weather is perfect. There's no pressing worries here. Just relax and bask in the sounds of the forest and any purrs rumbling in your throat. Now that you've taken a second to relax, look forward. Scan your surroundings from the wooden perch you're on. Can you see anything aside from the perfect blend of trees, leaves, and decorated sunlight? A patch of light is close to your seat, resulting in the spotlight bark to shimmer. And if you were to continue to look beyond the trees and many branches, is that a gate? Yes, it was. A dark-colored gate with countless curved designs shining from the blaring sun above. It was impossible to see the complete architecture of the gate from far away, but once upon a time, you have lived a human life. You knew the structure was a fancy gate. But in a forest like this, let's investigate, shall we? Even if from a distance. Your options are to hop down from the branch or use friction to scale down the trunk like a slide. Either way was efficient and painless. Cats were skilled. Cats had the best balance. Leaves flew from the impact, but it matters not. You were off like a dart. It appears the longer you stay here, the easier it is to adjust to 4 legs. Look at you now. You're quite the natural. You have to slow down to a casual stroll. On the bright side, there were many plants, several of different textures and shapes. Some you've never seen, others perhaps familiar. One of the leaves is gigantic, bigger than your feline-shaped head. It stretches over you during the walk, almost like a waiting hand of crane. The edges of the leaf is pointed, but whiskers or even a small feline nose can touch the tips and realize the pointers were simply for show. Are you curious enough to lean up and bite it? It's likely bitter. But there is a freedom in having the option to do so. There is a wonderful experience in indulging in a harmless nibble where no one can tell you not to. This is a simple indulgence, an act of young wonder meant for your own healing. But as I said, it's bitter tasting. This nibble is also your very own special secret. Continue on in a better mood. You are welcome to pick up the pace. As the wind brushes through, tickling paws, you're finally at the site of a fenced area of flowers. There are so many. Naming all of them would be impossible. Several look completely out of this world, with the twisted stems and glass-like bulbs. But the isolated green was pretty, shining under the sun while others bloomed in appropriate shade. The flap of wings in the sky indicate an incoming being of flight. What could it be? Would you really risk staying out in the open to find out? To watch from afar is a better option. You don't know this world too well after all. There are wild bushes by the fancy gate, perfect to hide in for felines such as yourself. It's only a hop, skip, and a jump away, and then you're hidden amongst the leaves and twigs. The coolness of added shade from the bush functions like a shield, invincible, but present in the best ways. A shadow touches the ground seconds after you move, and you cannot look away from the appearance of a dragon who gave a lazy stretch with their wings. It really was a dragon with a fluffy tipped tail, blue dragon covered in scales, bat-like wings, and glinting claws. It's fine to stare for a while longer. This could be your first sighting of a dragon after all. But it seems they're staring in your direction. Or not. It's hard to tell, but the dragon hasn't moved from their spot. They only curled their tail around their claws, covering parts of their appearance while crouching closer to the grass. You'd almost think they're going to pounce. Hopefully not. But when they shout out to you in a drawn dragon call to come out, their tone wasn't hostile, just curious. Their speech wasn't of any particular language either, but you understood it, the words in their voice. Could it be this dragon was curious of you as you are of them? Would you take a step forward to face this challenge? There shouldn't be any harm, not when the dragon tucked away their claws like a friend would do when someone else is scared or cautious. A second of consideration for a stranger. Not many people are considerate in general, but humans hardly matter right now, do they? You're a cat. They're a dragon. Take one paw step forward, out of your comfort zone and away from the bush. If you feel the dragon's gaze, their intense slit eyes, ignore any negative emotion trying to scare you back into the bush. Keep going. You can do it. You do not have to come too close, and you do not have to be too far. The dragon raised their head a little higher, as if surprised. You can tell they have peach-colored eyes. He tells you his name is Lily, and this is his garden. Not too many come close to his land because it's special and it belongs to him. Why did you come here? And who are you? You can either spin a story or tell him, introduce yourself. It is fine if you use a nickname or alias. Lily seems hesitant, but there's a positive glow to his eyes. Lily asks what brings you here to a place like this? And what other answer is there, except for your genuine curiosity? Oh, and the flowers, those looked a bit colorful. At first, Lily warns you not to eat them with a stern stare. It is at this time you are reminded cats love to nibble on several plants for an extra meal. But then Lily laughs, a sound of utter delight, and gazes upon you with a flick of his fluff-tipped tail. Lily says you are welcome here any time. He is glad to meet a soul like you. Apparently to him, those who are brave Those who take the risk to talk to him are welcome. Lily says he doesn't like conflict, but there are many who assume he does. Lily only wants to tend to his garden in his free time, to grow many wonderful flowers and see how vibrant he can make it. Dragons do not have to be destructive. Grace is apparently all the rage in dragon society. Lily declares it's refreshing to meet someone new. He dives into topics about you. What flowers in his garden would look nice, and which look as if they're wilting, because Lily needs a second opinion about his plants. You may know a few things, or you may not. Either way, Lily doesn't mind any pauses and takes note of your genuine comments. It's a warm conversation that lasts for a while. The sun continues to shine until it dims, the layer of sunset beginning to smooth over the sky. You turn to Lily, see what he's up to. Apparently, dragons here can have their own watering can. Just don't laugh too loudly, so Lily can't hear. But alas, it's time to leave. The day is ending, and your adventure here has to be put on pause. You have to get back. Lily seemed to sense the thought, turning back to you with a sluggish blink. For a moment, all is quiet, as Lily asks if you'll come back. For a moment, Lily doesn't say anything. Then, Lily says he hopes to see you visit again, and flicks his wings. Within seconds, he's ascended as a blur in the sky and vanished with a dash of flight speed. Laters were always bittersweet, wasn't it? Perhaps Lily was the type of dragon who disliked partings. And that would make sense as to why he flew off so quickly. Perhaps next time you can talk to Lily more. Next time. You may begin to backtrack your steps, or simply walk over to a tree and begin to think. It's okay to hold on to the feeling of having pause. It's okay to feel saddened about letting go of this experience. But that's all right. You can always visit again later. Stories do not have to end, and adventures often repeat in the strangest ways. Now, you may think about how you want to go back. You may know how, but can be unsure how to carry it out. But the fact is, you think about it. You have a feeling, a desire to retreat, to leave. This is intent. And intent is you. Whatever you want will happen, but for now, your intent is to come back to your current life of a human self. The forest is falling away from you like scattered leaves in the autumn. Everything goes dark. The air falls still. It is quiet. You are no longer in the forest, but somewhere familiar, a place you have been before. A place you have started with, a place to end with. You're back. Fingers, longer limbs, toes, and all. You may wiggle a toe or twitch a finger. You can even open your eyes. Realize that you are alive. And like the world you visited, this life is another unwritten page for you to write on. Remember, every positive experience, every piece of growth, you are given strength to stand. You may return to that world whenever you like. You can take on that cat form as many times as you want. No one can stop you because you make decisions on how to treat yourself, and this already puts you leagues ahead in self-care. It's good to know when to start, but it's also good to know when to pause. Now that you are here, relaxed and blissful. Welcome back, and I wish you a wonderful night or day. This is Wistful Paws, signing out.